God, this place is fantastic. I feel like I did when I was 20.
You mean unmarried and pregnant?
Blanche, look around. Isn't this wonderful?
When she gets off the phone, we're going for lunch. I'm tired of listening to these lousy Mother's Day stories.
Sophia, don't you have a Mother's Day story?
I said I was tired of listening to lousy Mother's Day stories. I wouldn't mind telling a good one. Picture, Brooklyn, 1957. The second Sunday in May. Dorothy had gone to pick up my mother, and I was getting the house ready.
Patience, Blanche.
I think much of the credit goes to the food. It's original yet familiar, piquant yet comforting. Blanche tells me she worked very closely with the caterer.
Did she tell you they were naked most of the time?
You'll have to excuse my mother. She was a witness to the Hindenburg disaster.
I'll understand, I swear.
Sure, you'll be dead. And everybody will say Blanche killed her.
What I'm trying to say is it's a terrible choice I've given you. I don't even know what I would do under the same circumstances.
Oh, you said because there was so much pain, I didn't think it would ever go away. But it did. And it will again. We get through it. We go on. When it comes right down to it, what other choice do we have? It could have been a lot worse. I could have missed these last 3 years. Dorothy, are you all right?
Song, and I want you to hear it.
Listen, Daddy, I want to talk to you about this singing.
It's been just wonderful, honey. I love singing. Now, I know I'm just getting started, and I got a lot to learn, but the audiences will come around. I'll do just fine.
You know, you're talking about this singing like it's some kind of career.
Well, it is. Now, see what you think of this. You jewelry.
Good night. Good buddy.
No, Rose, it's more than just a friendship ring. It's just that I want my ring on my girl.
Are you saying what I think you're saying? It's nice to know I have a friend like you who cares.
Dorothy, I have a confession to make. Rose didn't lose Fernando. I gave him to Daisy when she was helping out with the rummage sale.
Well, then there's no problem, honey. Just call Daisy and get Fernando back.
This is the most underhanded, sneaky, practical joke anyone has ever made, and I have just one thing to say. Boy, have I missed you.
Oh, Trudy, I missed you too. Oh.
Wait just a minute. You two.
Ma, I am taking you to the hospital.
No.
Why not? What, are you trying to tell me that possibly there is nothing wrong with you?
No, I feel better just lying here. The ride in the car could only make me feel worse.
Yep, she's right, Dorothy. Sometimes just lying motionless is the...
Accidentally bit Brunhilde. Poor little guy just stood there, watching his mother deflate before his very eyes. He was never the same after that. Oh, sure, once in a while he'd at the back tires of a parked car. But for the most part, he just kind of kept...
More tolerant of each other, we can work things out.
In your case, there's really no point. You are totally incompatible.
What?
You are incompatible. You seem to bring out the worst traits in each other. I'm surprised that you were able to live together this long without killing each other.
But, Dr. Ashley, we... To you.
Dorothy, you know that blue washcloth in my bathroom?
Yeah?
That's how big Caesar's loincloth was. Good night.
Ma!
All right. What did you and Kate have a fight about?
About advertising condoms on television, about Dennis.
Sophia, did you come to bail us out?
No, Rose, she's dropping off a manicotti with a file in it.
Oh, girls, we're going to get to see Mr. Burt Reynolds after all. I thought these beautiful tickets were all going to go to waste. So, which one of you isn't going? Well, I'm... God, where is she? Where is Rose now?
such a nice young man.
Oh, he really is. But I'm worried about him. He's always been a little flighty.
Oh, I wouldn't worry about that. Grandma Hollingsworth always said I was a little flighty. Or was it a little floozy?
Morning, everyone.
Oh, hi, Rose. You want some breakfast?
Oh, no, long trip. I remember one time Daddy took the whole family cross state on our tractor to visit great-grandfather Zigbarton. Great-grandpa Ziggy was a famous inventor. He developed the first, and to my knowledge, the only low-voltage meter that could detect what kind of a center a piece of candy had. Dropped him like a sack of potatoes. He lay on the ground, and he was writhing and groaning and screaming in agony. And I stood over him, and I looked at this pitiable creature, and I thought, I can take care of myself. I'm not helpless. I'm going to be okay.
Honey,
He was here illegally. You can't blame yourself. You just have to have a little trust in the justice system.
Now, that's easy for you to say, Rose. You're not the one who's responsible for what happened to the kid.
Well, I know just how Dorothy feels. Now, when I was a young girl, I witnessed a horse theft on my granddaddy's plantation. Well, I screamed for help. My granddaddy...
Like Charlie's Angels.
I have been told I bear a striking resemblance to Miss Cheryl Ladd. Although my bosoms are perkier.
Not even if you were hanging upside down on a...
Sicilian, if you don't want to acknowledge it, that's your business.
Fine, Ma.
But I may need a ride later. I want to go to confession. They go easier on you if it's still just an impure thought.
Well, you got in pretty late last night.
I know.
So,
Head for dinner.
Rose, I'm not psychic. I just know Stan's idea of a night on the town.
You know, actually, it wasn't so bad. I kind of enjoyed myself. Well, I didn't have to work to impress him, and he knew he didn't have a prayer of impressing me, so we just kind of relaxed and had fun. We're doing it again tomorrow night.
You're hired.
Well, it won't be a stylish marriage.
I can't afford a carriage.
But you look sweet upon the seat of a bicycle built for such a good time. Oh, what a relief to know it isn't just me.
I mean, it's like every man here just wants to sleep with me. Even the rabbi with the limp.
Yes, well, if you'll excuse me now, I think I'll just go jump into a hot tub and pop open a vein.
Barbara, you've always been like a daughter.
Go out with.
Dorothy, I need someone who's classy, someone who can handle the rich and powerful, someone not too obviously sexy.
Why don't you ask Merv Griffin?
Dorothy, look, I called every woman.
With her.
Well, what specifically is it about Dorothy that is disruptive to the household?
It's nothing specific. It's her entire general attitude.
Yeah, like that time a couple of weeks ago. Was it week before last?
Well, we came back.
Next time I ask her for pickup.
Come in.
Hi, Dorothy.
Oh, hi, Rose.
Lucille Ball and Desi Arnaz and the Ricardos, the Mertzes. Oh, don't tell me you never saw I Love Lucy.
No, I never watched much TV till I moved in here. I mean, Charlie and I never even had a television. We talked about getting one, but Charlie said it wasn't perfected yet.
Sounds like back.
No, it isn't. It's me.
You're pulling my leg. He picked you over me.
Listen, I hate...
With this heat wave we're having, he's got them stacked up like firewood in all 4 locations.
Hi, girls. Hi. Is she here yet?
Who, Rose?
My sister. I left you a note on your bathroom mirror.
Why did you leave a note on my bathroom mirror?
Because it was the only one that had enough steam.
Where are you going, Kirsten?
I'm going to go talk to the doctor about you. I think my mother needs to be with her family now. All of her family.
You can only stay a few...
Got him down to his trust. I've seen his trust. It's impressive. The first time he showed it off, I thought he had a turkey platter in his pants. Besides, today's my day at the hospital.
You're not feeling good?
Please, I haven't felt good since Hugh Downs left the Today Show. That's got nothing to do with it.
Hey, look.
It's time.
Lord, it's been ages since I heard that from a man. Yes, it is my first time.
I can give you a few pointers if you like.
What's your definition of a boyfriend?
Any man you bring to a fevered pitch of uncontrollable ecstasy.
56.
Excuse me?
I had a... If no one minds. I wrote some things down, but I'd just rather talk. The funeral was for my Aunt Gretchen. I didn't know her very well. The only thing I remembered about her is she used to scare me. Jumping out of my closet at night. Putting false facts...
Miles! Sweetheart, may I ask, what are you doing here? I didn't want you to see me like this.
Oh, I know. I just wanted a chance to say I love you. Oh, and there'll be no other man after.
After? After what?
Judge,
Well, why couldn't that judge just make up his mind at the hearing?
I thought he was going to. You know, I spent 20 minutes giving him reasons why Mario should be allowed to stay. He just said thank you and excused us.
Okay, Blanche, I finished making your lunch. It's on the table.
Oh, won't you join me, Dorothy?
Well, thanks. It might help take my mind off.
So good to see you, Sophia. So good to see. And this must be Dorothea. You know, you probably don't remember, but over 50 years ago, I held you naked in my arms.
And you peed on his suit. Been working since 1904. Besides, they have a category for people over 80.
I think it's a terrific idea.
Maybe we ought to join.
We already did.
What did you say?
I said we already did.
Rose, I work all week. The last thing I want to do is walk 10 miles on a Saturday.
We won't be walking. We're going to sit.
Hey, this is unheard of. We're halfway through the cheesecake and we haven't solved our problem.
Maybe we can solve it. Maybe Ma's doing the right thing by leaving.
Your brother is such a yutz. I just got off the phone with him, and he had the nerve to ask me what I'm making for dinner tomorrow night.
I brought you an extra blanket.
Thank you.
Seems like old times, huh?
Oh, I love this house. I love this room. I just feel so safe here. After I visit Mom in the hospital, I always was so glad to come back here. Now here I am again. Only this time...
Why? What's wrong?
Ask him.
Stan?
I thought Rob was Bob, and I guess I said something I shouldn't have.
Stan, I'm gonna kill you! Stan, I'm gonna kill you! Do you know what this is?
Yeah, it's a plate I dropped. I was going to pick it up later.
Miss Devereaux, the doctor will see you now. Through that door, end of the hall.
Come on, Mama.
Eyes straight, ladies. Ma, no opening doors.
And that's pretty much the procedure. Rebecca will be taken care of by her own doctor after selecting a donor from thousands of acceptable possibilities.
Because you all are around to change its diapers and clean up after it when it spits up and pees. I'd love to be a mother again.
Are you girls sure you really want to do this?
Oh, look, I know it's going to be a lot of work, but, oh, it'd be worth it to hear a baby's laugh around the house.
Oh, come on, let's do it.
What do you say, Ma?
What choice do I have if I say no?
Phil had great taste. That's one of the things I loved about him the most from the beginning. His sense of style. You know, we were married for 26 years. And my family still talks about that wedding dress. God, I wish I could wear a plunging neckline like that.
Dorothy, get dressed. We're going out to celebrate Clayton's last night in town.
Oh, terrific.
Let's go to Jose's. We always go there to celebrate.
The food is great.
Yeah, and they make all the waiters wear these really skin-tight bullfighters pants.
Really?
But as long as he doesn't give me a dirty look when I order lobster, I don't care.
Blanche!
Oh, all right. Maybe he's not perfect, but I happen to be in a little dating slump right now, and I'm just happier having a man who isn't perfect than looking around for one who is.
That's what Bush told everyone when he was choosing a vice president.
Just like this. Don't be silly. I'm enjoying every minute. Every hour. I can't believe the buses are so late. I suppose I should call the kids again. Are you sure you shouldn't call your daughter? Mother's Day isn't until tomorrow. She knows I'll be there. Tie caught in the stamping machine. He'd have choked to death if I hadn't cut his tie with my Girl Scout knife. Well, he was so overwhelmed with gratitude, he let me check my book out for a whole week.
What's so special about that?
Oh, usually he'd only let you check a book out for an hour. Mr. Minky always said books belong in a library. It's the old tree house. Oh, gee, when I was a kid, my best friend Ingrid and I used to go up there all the time. Oh, gosh, I miss her. I haven't talked to her in ages.
Well, why don't you give her a call?
Well, maybe I will.
Sure. But we must cherish the things he left behind. His movies, his songs.
And his seasonings.
Oh, give me that! No, this was a mistake. What's going on?
Oh, Mr. Longfellow got him by mistake. He is not for sale. Isn't that right, Mr. Longfellow?
Yes, it is, Rose.
Usually worked like a charm. Except every once in a while, there'd be a cow with a particularly low udder, and it would brush across my forehead and wake me up.
I just don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm just torn and confused. Guess I'll have to think about it all tomorrow. After all, tomorrow is another day.
Well, doesn't anyone want to hear how my date turned out?
Oh, honey, was it just terrible?
Oh, sweetheart, you can tell us.
It was wonderful.
Really? Where is Dr. Marvelous? What kind of man doesn't walk a girl to the door?
One who's too exhausted to walk.
Dorothy.
It's up all night. Ma is exhausted.
Oh, this is all my fault.
Oh, well, don't worry about it. At least I called the home and checked her out for a week's visit, so we're not kidnappers anymore. Ma, sit down. Ma, we need to talk about Lillian.
I said I'll tell.
So happens I'm having dinner with Dr. Lee Kagan, a medical corporation.
Our Dr. Kagan. The Dr. Lee Kagan I love more than life itself.
Dr. Kagan? Hubba, hubba, zing, zing, baby, he's got everything.
Fines. You know where to find me.
Dorothy, I have terrible news. We don't have an MC for the talent show. Kent Ferguson, the KTMB weatherman, has just dropped out.
Oh, you have to be kidding. What happened?
It just tortures me to know that there's one man out there, one on the face of God's green earth that I cannot have. Especially if he's fat and bald.
Blanche, forget about it.
I can't forget about it. There's only one thing for me to do.
Oh, not that kind of circus. A herring circus. Sort of like SeaWorld. Only smaller. Much, much smaller. But bigger than a flea circus.
Tell me, Rose,
Now I lay me down to sleep.
You know, I'd almost forgotten about that night.
with all of us cramped into that bed, I had to sleep in positions I never thought possible.
Me too.
That looks like it was colorized by Ted Turner.
Now, just a minute.
But Al Clayton, this doesn't concern you. You're really going to regret this when you have to come begging on hands and knees for forgiveness.
Oh, then I shall never regret it because I never intend to apologize.
We'll see. Dorothy, did you have
How could I? I mean, it always seemed to happen before I was in the room.
Look what we've eaten. Oh, and I can't sleep on a full stomach.
Look at what time it is.
It's a dinner party, and I plan to show cleavage.
Well, if anybody's going to do it, it should be me.
Why you?
Because I am the best under pressure.
And she bears a striking resemblance to Barnaby Jones.
Rose, now I've got 3 excited men out there. And for the first time in my life, it seems like too many.
Blanche, your 1:30 appointment just got...
I don't get it. I mean, when we're on the dance floor, it feels like we're made for each other. But tonight, with all these brilliant friends at the party, I felt like a fish out of water. Oh, sure, I didn't flop around on the floor with my eyes bulging out, gasping for air. I haven't done that at a party.
That I'm pretty positive this time it's not morning sickness. Oh, look, I'm probably just upset because Ma isn't going to be there. I just wish she could see Stan the way I see him now.
If she didn't love you, she wouldn't be fighting so hard.
I know.
How...
Hey, Blanche, I didn't see you. Listen.
Ernie, could you freshen my drink, please?
Oh, sure, Blanche. Look.
And put some extra ice cubes in it this time. Kessler had. Is the man asleep during it?
I think so, Rose.
And what about the parts they put on? Do they test them first?
Before we adjourn, our secretary has a real special surprise. A genuine Elvis artifact.
It's a partially eaten pork chop. He had beautiful teeth, didn't he? My recipes. And eventually I'll catch the eye of some fat general with big sweat stains under his arms. And he'll force me to let out his uniforms and satisfy his ugly needs.
It sounds like Christmas with my ex-husband.
I don't know what...
Eyes. Yeah, all the cute guys are either married or popes.
All the years of love and companionship, Fernando and I are meant to part company. I'll just have to accept that. Time to time, life deals you an unfriendly hand. There's nothing you can do about it. I guess there's a lesson to be learned here. Sometimes life just isn't fair, kiddo.
I can last just as long as you can.
Oh, Dorothy, please. I think I do have a little more endurance than you.
Blanche, we are not dancing on our backs.
You take that back.
I will not.
You always could slam a door. That's one of the things I love about you.
You flatter me.
Wait, Dorothy. I have to talk to you.
This wouldn't happen to be an apology for ruining our wedding, would it?
No, just something I thought I should tell you in person. Remember my Uncle Morris?
That's not a Steven Spielberg movie. What are they doing?
You know what they're doing. We had that talk when you were 12.
No, I can't believe this. You rented a dirty movie?
Dirty is in the eye of the beholder. Okay, maybe that's a little dirty.
I cannot watch it.
For as long as they have left.
Must be one hell of a cup of coffee.
I'm in real trouble here, George. Our marriage is in real trouble.
Excuse me, honey. Hello.
Describe the pain. Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
I don't think there's any worse feeling in the world than facing that blank piece of paper.
Tell me, how much have you written so far?
Well, that's just it, nothing. That's how I know I have writer's block.
Blanche, you have to have written to have writer's block. Otherwise, all of us have it.
My butt's asleep.
We don't get much company. Look, that's my decision. Goodbye, company.
All right. I tell you what. I'll sweeten the pot. You let Kevin play this weekend, and I'll take you out Saturday night.
What do you say, everybody? Shall we forgive her?
Ma, Stanley, I'd like you to meet some of the actors from the community theater. They'll be performing.
I'm getting married. What do you think about that?
I think it's a mistake.
To wear all that makeup.
I know it's fast, but I just don't know when I'll find another like him. He just, girls, he makes me feel so good, so young, so happy.
Oh, Rose.
Me, you could be a jerk in a wheelchair.
Get out.
I don't believe we have to stop seeing each other.
Blanche Devereaux never goes out with another woman's husband. Oh, except for that one time. But now that was not my fault. She was pronounced dead.
Ma, forget it. The dog is all yours.
Oh, come on.
Why is there a big hairy beast in my house?
My guess is because he bought you dinner.
Well, Blanche, I gotta run.
Oh, well, thanks. But he did. And the next day they were married and they went on to live happily together for 25 years.
And what in hell does any of this have to do with my father?
Well, the point is nobody knows why two people fall in love, and it's really nobody's business.
Well, he's my father, so that makes it my business. I am going over there right now.
With my brother.
Hey!
He's better with my brother.
If you change your...
This whole thing is just unbelievable. Kendall! You're not dead. I didn't kill anybody.
And I didn't take any silverware.
Does this mean I'm still in the running for the job?
Of course you are.
Rose, you're too hard on yourself. I know people who think you're dumb over the phone.
Doorbell. Doorbell.
The only reason I gave it to you is to hide that wart.
Oh my God, it can't be. It is! Come, Bessie!
And Angela, that chicken that you cooked the other night, didn't you say you got...
Kind of thinking is really quite sexist. Just because a woman is attractive and is not uncomfortable about her sexuality does not mean she can't be bright, well-informed, and a hell of a lawyer.
Thank you. Where did you go to law school?
A whole bunch of places.
Girls, I just realized we're about to go through the Zumbo Falls Tunnel.
Rose, honey, listen. There's something we want to tell you.
Not now. We could be in trouble. People have been known to vanish off the face of the earth when they go through that tunnel.
Honey, that's just ridiculous.
Hold on, here we go.
Rose, listen, it's about your biography.
She's a scratch golfer who, under President Jimmy Carter, served as the United States Senate Majority Whip. And she likes to read.
I figured, close with the truth. It'll kind of anchor the rest.
I want to thank you all.
Ada, my mother left the storm cellar to find Toto. Her constant companion and favorite cow.
Why are we nice to her?
The point is, when Mother went out in the storm, she got quite a bump on her.
Sophia, what does it mean, a little less bourbon?
It's a big decision, Sophia. She's got to think about it.
She's family. If you can't count on family, who the hell can you count on?
She's Italian.
Hiya, Ma. How you doing? Oh, Ma, I feel dizzy. Oh, there's a pain going up my arm, my chest. Ma! Oh.
Will you answer the door, Dorothy, please?
Ma, it's my heart.
Right.
A Yankee Doodle.
Oh, stop it. Oh, my God.
Oh, did I mention her last name was Feldman?
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Woman acted out with sock puppets.
Okay, you were saying?
In the first panel, it says Sonia Klingenhofer in big letters, and the O has pigtails.
What's in the second panel, Rose?
Sonia's walking down this country road, and there's...
Sunshine Cadets, we learn you have to pay for your mistakes. This one's gonna cost you a 10-speed Schwinn.
Oh, Daisy, didn't the Sunshine Cadets teach you anything about honesty and decency and respect for your elders?
I think that was scheduled for the weekend camp out at Lake Wakataki.
Oh, well, whatever.
Ladies, you're forgetting something?
What?
Mrs. Claxton, we can't keep her.
Rang in the middle of his face.
Well, I like this nose. I think I'm going to get it.
What are you getting?
I'm picking out the kind of face I want to show the plastic surgeon tomorrow. See, I want to get Linda Evans's eyes, and Lena Horne's cheekbones, and Cheryl Teague's nose, and Carol Burnett's chin.
I think you can get that chin through a catalog.
Out in the street and never speak to me again. Please, at least hear me out.
All right, Stanley, we'll listen to what you have to say.
Beautiful. How about we all go someplace and get comfortable, get some coffee, have something to eat?
I'll go change.
Why? We're only going into the kitchen.
It's not pretty.
We better go. We have reservations.
I hope he's taking you to a cold climate.
Good night. Thanks, ladies. It was a pleasure.
Nice meeting you, Harry. Have fun. The man is a scuzzball.
I think that's got to be the most painful thing a mother can go through. She's being a rock.
Maybe too much of a rock. She's really keeping this all bottled up.
She's in shock. The whole family's in shock. I mean, a man goes out to buy himself an evening gown. You don't expect anything unusual, do you? I will continue to see Glenn for as long as I please.
Is he gonna leave his wife?
Ma, for the first time in a long time, I am really happy.
So please leave me alone.
If you're so happy, how come I hear you pacing in your room night after night?
I can't sleep. I have a lot on my...
You have ever read a scientific journal?
Believe what you want, see if I care. Hypersexual bitch.
Oh, there you are, Rose. Good. Honey, I'm borrowing.
Oh, I had a marvelous time tonight, Ernie.
So did I, Rose. Rose, there's something very important I want to say to you.
Okay.
I want you to know how much I appreciate all you've done. After my marriage fell apart, I stopped being able to perform like a man should.
What, Ma? What?
What? You're sitting on top of me. I open my eyes, I see pores like that. I think I'm on the moon.
Did you have a nice nap, Sophia?
I didn't have a nap. I died a little. I went to heaven.
Oh, Ma, you just sleep. Siamese twins sleep alone more than you do.
Who are you on the phone with?
Oh, Dorothy's talking to the police about the baby.
I see. No problem. Yeah, and that's the standard procedure? Yeah, well, then I guess we'll just have to discuss it and come to some kind of decision. Thank you very much. Ma, what's the matter?
I can't sleep all night long, tossing and turning. I'd get more rest on Space Mountain.
I'm sorry, Ma, I can't help it.
Hey, I could live with the tossing and turning. Your cold feet are what's driving me crazy. It's like having two size 9 fudgicles pressed up against my butt.
This is Sophia. Oh, we've just been so anxious to meet you.
Yeah, I'll believe that if you believe the Bahamas story.
You know, David, I went to the Bahamas once.
Oh, yeah? Was it on the Nina, the Pinto, or the Santa Maria?
It was a DC-10. I don't think it had a name.
I'm bringing her out, and a couple of days later, this little package walked into our offices, and it was done.
Perfect person.
Yeah.
Absolutely, really perfect.
Yep.
Mhm.
Had you ever worked with her before, Betty or Rue?
What did?
Estelle Getty, had you ever worked with?
It was a tragedy. She was my only real competition. Dead. Muffin? I get it.
Oh, boy.
Oh, God.
I'm married.
What?
It's not a good marriage, Dorothy. It was over years ago.
I can't believe... What is it, Blanche?
Oh, I can't quite make it out. I think my eyes are tired.
Your eyes are old. Blanche, when are you going to admit you need glasses?
I do not need glasses. My mother didn't need glasses till the day she died. And then it seems silly.
My wolf. Anyway, one day the townspeople heard the boy on the hill yelling, "Wolf! Wolf!" Well, they all figured if the boy never cried wolf when the wolf was there, if he yelled wolf now, it stood to reason that
Amounts of your own money to show mutual good faith and open up an account. And if the money isn't claimed, then you could withdraw it all and split it. And if it is, well, at least you've made some interest.
Oh, that sounds too complicated.
I think it would work. I'd certainly be willing to put up $2,000 of my money if you two would put up $1,000 each.
And Ma, Butch and Sundown steal your seat on the bus?
A miserable day at work. That stupid manager docked me a half a day's pay because I said hello to the customers.
You're not allowed to say hello to the customers?
Not at Pecos Pete's Chow Wagon. You have to say howdy. As a matter of fact, you have to say howdy, partner. How about a saddle?
I need both my kidneys. You know what'll happen if I give her one? My ankles will swell, my eyes will puff up. I'll look just like the Pillsbury Doughboy.
Blanche, that does not happen. You can live just fine with one kidney.
I can't eat this food. I'm going to bed. I'll just take it.
And I assure you, she was happy.
Daddy, I have never been happier in my entire life.
Oh, I'm so glad. I was worried how you're going to react.
Daddy, you know nobody can ever replace Mama in my heart. But the important thing is, honey, you can't go on like this. You'll die, or we'll kill you. Well, I'll think about it, Blanche, but I'm telling you, I'm not ready to give up the most challenging, exciting job I've ever had.
And under the same roof with that miserable Botchagaloop, and you know why.
See, years ago, Max and my father were business partners. They ran a pizza knish stand at Coney Island. One day, Pop came home and said that Max had gambled away the profits. Well, they went broke. Ma never forgot.
I don't think there's any worse feeling in the world than facing that blank piece of paper.
Tell me, how much have you written so far?
Well, that's just it, nothing. That's how I know I have writer's block.
Blanche, you have to have written to have writer's block. Otherwise, all of us have it.
See, it starts out red, and then if it doesn't change color, if it stays red, they say you're not pregnant. But if you are pregnant, then it turns light pink or light gray.
I had drapes that color once. I think it's called puce.
Is that what puce is? I always wonder.
That's what the decorator told me.
Don't stop on my account. Curse is over.
Dorothy, I wish you'd talk to me. I really do, because
I can't believe you. Where do you get your nerve?
ironically from Uncle Lucas. Sophia!
Me? You come to me, a matriarch, the head of a family? To me, Blanche, family is everything. There's nothing higher than family. Family I will always, without...
Will you come with me for moral support?
Oh, not tonight, Rose. No, I want to get to bed early, curl up with a good book.
That's all you ever do.
No, it isn't.
Yes, it is, Dorothy. That's all you've done lately, and it's pathetic. What's even more pathetic is that I've been home to watch.
Kind of like cows when they're drunk, you know what I mean?
Actually, that shepherd was probably better qualified to speak at Career Day than I. I mean, how can I tell the kids how rewarding teaching is when I really don't feel that way anymore? I mean, I'm so frustrated. Budgets are tight, classes are...
She has a debilitating disease.
And it has a name. I am thrilled.
We all are.
Well, of course. Congratulations. Champagne it is.
I can't tell you what a relief it is to just be sick, not...
Money it has coming to it?
And I'll bet you do a fine job of it.
Thank you. However, I have no personal stake in this whatsoever. Now, is that understood?
Oh, yes. You bet, my man.
Then cut the crap, paisan.
Since 1967.
Let's go.
Sophia, Esther would have appreciated you being here.
I love that woman. She was the best, which is why she deserved a better husband instead of a miserable, no-good, low-life sleazeball.
Sophia.
I have a slight hearing loss.
And get this, it's inherited. And it skips a generation. Skips a generation. Yahoo!
That is not true. You're just going to gloat about this, aren't you? This is nothing but a big victory for you. Look, I am not going to get a hearing aid, and that's all there is to it.
Can't believe this.
I'm sorry, Rose, but I have to grade you like everybody else.
Well, look, Dorothy, you made a mistake. I got that question right.
Rose, the question was, who was the leader of the Third Reich? You wrote Fritz Stickelmeyer, your high school history teacher. The correct answer...
What did you make that's so special?
Sardine casserole with a kind of a oatmeal cookie crust. I hope you like it. There's a lot.
Brought back lovely memories, but I'm not the same woman you walked out on 2 years ago. I mean, my whole life has changed, and quite frankly, I like the way it is. The fact that I'm on my own now,
God, Dorothy, are you saying you won't take me back?
Well, we could never have things the way we used to have, Stan.
I was so stunned, I just started wandering aimlessly through this train station when I heard a familiar voice calling, Rose! Rose, is that really you? It was my Uncle Johansson. He died when I was 9 years old.
Some schoolgirl attempt to get my goat. You're wasting your breath.
I'm simply questioning how any man could possibly choose you over me.
It's not working, Blanche.
I suppose there could be some exceptions. Convicts who haven't seen a woman in 25 years.
It's still not working.
Has a nice ring to it. Go get him, pussycat. Just remember, you and I come as a package.
Hi. Sweetheart, I am so excited.
Oh?
It's just that I...
Lottery commission. Oh. He felt so bad he's giving us free egg rolls the next time we come in.
Oh, what's the difference? It's over. If we don't have the ticket, we can't claim the prize.
Sophia, are you all right? You haven't said a word in hours.
From the second he stepped out on the stage, I don't know, something happened.
You fainted, that's what happened. I spent the rest of the evening in the ladies' room trying to revive you. It wasn't until a couple years later that I got another chance to see Sinatra. Stan bought tickets for my birthday, but 2 weeks before the concert,
That's right, Blanche.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Captain Lord speaking. I hope you enjoy your flight.
Sophia, really fantastic.
I know.
Did you see that Emma Jane eat? I could not believe my eyes. That woman must weigh 275 pounds. She never stopped shoving it in. And then she had to talk the entire time. She just sprayed food all over the table like a mist.
Wasn't this in my time? When I see he is holding a machine gun, so I decide to take his advice. I move, rat-a-tat-tat, everybody's falling like flies on your Aunt Regine.
You're letting your imagination run wild, Papa. This is Chicago, not Sicily. You're just a little... Oh, thank God this mess is over. I couldn't see a thing through this crap.
Well, I'm all packed and ready to go.
Good, I'll have your lunch done in a minute.
Spunk. Imagine finding that carving in here. Kitchen, bedroom. I knew it was a room I was good in.
And chinos and ties and professors with just a touch of gray at the temple. Wise, learned men who look up your skirt if you're sitting in the first row. Meetings with them so they can explain Plato. And they lean over your books with you.
Out a headstone is a milestone.
I think my milestone birthday was when I turned 50.
Oh, Ma, I remember your 50th. We were supposed to go to a party at Guido's, but you were fighting with Pop.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
I'll never forget it. It was Brooklyn, April 1956.
Dorothy.
Yes, Mom.
I tell you.
I cannot wait to see my sorority sisters, Scarlett, Melanie, and all the rest of the girls. It's going to be exactly like old times. Oh, well, maybe not just exactly. The other girls will all have grown old and wrinkled and saggy through the years, while I have remained unbelievably devastating.
Salvador, when you want to be, you have to ask me which end of the opener to use. What the hell are you going to do with his tools?
Will you relax? I'll have us out of here in no time.
The same words he used when he moved you into that crummy cold water flat 12 years ago.
Papa, he's trying his best.
And that doesn't scare you?
You're not being fair. You're wrong.
Because poor old Toby had gotten a fever and gone deaf.
Rose. Sweetheart, save the story. When David comes back, tell him. That can be his punishment.
Real.
Yeah, I'm a Sicilian.
Nobody made an offer, huh?
Not a dime.
Dorothy, isn't this something? You've become what we in the news business call a hot story.
Yeah, and you've become what we call in the revenge business, next.
For one day when I was with Charlie, he had a theory. Even a trip to the bank can be exciting if you wear a ski mask.
He would say that often?
Almost as often as he'd say, "Don't shoot, it's me."
I have class. And you know what else I have?
It's not self-awareness, that's for damn sure. Hey, listen to this. Older gentleman seeks lady of refinement. I like moonlit nights, romantic Italian dinners, and waking up in the morning. It doesn't belong. Just like that old dog Sandy we used to have. God, your father loved that dog.
Can you believe that? After I bared my heart and soul to that woman.
Oh, Dorothy, you hide things from her all the time.
Yeah, but she doesn't know that.
For that handsome guy in the red Corvette that I cut off on Highway 12 yesterday, well, you can call my personal number, which is flashing on your screen now. I'll get it. What with you?
Please reconsider, Josie. You're the prettiest girl in the county. I need to have your answer now. What's it going to be?
I want you to take me, Bill.
Driving until we've gone over all the rules in the driving manual.
What's to go over?
How much distance should there be between you and a fire hydrant?
What am I, a poodle? Oh, morning, girls.
Morning.
Hey, what got you two up and out so early? It's an awful lot to digest at once. You know, I mean, first you surprise me, and then the engagement, and then Lorraine.
I really love her, Mom.
That's all that matters. I mean it. I'm very happy for you.
We're only a hair transplant, but hey, look, I don't want to ruin your evening. You go out, have fun. I'll still be here when you come back, God willing.
No, we have tickets to see Merv Griffin in the Crucible. I'll risk it. Come on, let's go. Oh, look, Stan, I made these plans a week ago. How can you expect me to disappoint Rob?
So you can imagine how relieved Farmer Gunlinger was when he looked up and saw it wasn't his cow up in that tree. What's the matter?
The cow story. My wife's name was Elsie.
Disgrace yourself, all your family. I absolutely forbid you to go on with this foolishness 1 minute longer.
You forbid, Big Daddy? You're the one who's gone crazy, girl. I'm sorry you had to witness this spectacle, ladies. My apologies.
Oh, Big Daddy, wait.
There you go. There you go.
Sal. Sal.
Ma, are you okay?
What happened?
Oh, Ma, you were choking. You passed out. Rose saved your life.
But I was in heaven with your father. I didn't want to come back. Thanks for nothing, you nitwit.
Me crazy.
Oh, I know. Me too.
What do you say we go away, just the two of us for a few days?
I say yes.
How about we go to the Bahamas?
All right. I gotta tell you.
And I just never wanted to come out. Fortunately, someone was there to get me out of that room. Thanks, Ma.
Sure, pussycat.
You know, Sophia, this birthday thing kind of has me depressed as well. You think you could help me too?
Sure. No matter how bad things get, remember these say, only am I not allowed to go, I'm not allowed to talk about it. This is the same deal Cinderella had with her stepsisters. I always wanted to go to Hollywood. When I was a young girl, I used to dream about becoming a movie star. Mr. Mason, who owned the corner drugstore, said I was a young Barbara Billingsley.
100-year-old oak tree.
Because Frida Claxton is a miserable, vile, scum-sucking crank who gives nice old ladies like me a bad name. Believe me, she's a totally rotten human being.
Well, I, for one, don't think there is such a thing as a totally rotten human being. I think there's some good in everybody.
It's just this flu is making me crazy.
Oh, it's gotten to all of us. Do you know that we have been at each other's throats for 2 days?
I've been the worst. I hope you two can forgive me.
Oh, girls, let's make a pact. Let's promise we're going to help each other get through this mess.
Would I be too big a nerd if I asked?
Somebody tell me it was dinner time.
Ma, it's not dinner, it's the middle of the night.
Good, then I'm dressed for it.
Blanche is upset.
Well, you would be too if your daughter... Oh, I can't even say it.
What could have happened? The two of you were getting so close.
I can't believe it. Raymond called. He's got the flu and he can't take me to the big Valentine's Day dance. Oh, I guess I'll be keeping you company, Dorothy.
Why do you automatically assume that I don't have a date?
She assumes there are 7 days in a week.
Have another piece of chocolate, Ma. The doctor didn't know what...
Just a little depressed.
Really? You know, I'm depressed too. What are you depressed about?
Alvin and I had a fight. I'm making a scarf for a friend I don't have anymore.
I know exactly how you feel. I made these for Fernando.
I thought you broke up with that. I love you.
Thank you.
And you?
I care for you.
You care for me?
Yes, very much. I probably should have said that sooner. Well, let's go get some sleep now.
Damn it, there is just nothing funny about that clown-fearing mama's boy.
He is not a mama's boy, and to prove it, he has agreed to bring his mother over here tomorrow afternoon so he can stand up to her in front of me.
Good for you, Blanche. But if confronting Mrs. Kennedy doesn't work, the three of you must...
Even when I did make it hard on you. I know I haven't always given much back, honey. I was always so worried about me. I couldn't even come and see you when you needed me before you died, because I was all caught up in that old silly ball.
There is no female who likes to party, and he got one. No, I need to make some extra money. What for? When you get to be my age, the quality of your life changes. While you three are at work, I'm here by myself all day, and it gets lonely.
Oh, Ma, maybe I could stay home more.
Oh, we could get a giant screen TV.
Oh, let me help you, Mom.
Sure, sweetheart.
Oh, honey, you didn't eat your Brussels sprouts.
I don't like Brussels sprouts.
Neither do I. Put them in here with mine.
Mom, your friends are lovely. Oh, they're two very special people. When you first told...
Back in Brooklyn, Ebbets Field. Remember those warm summer nights, sitting in the bleachers, eating hot dogs, rooting for the Dodgers and kissing passionately between innings?
Stanley, you never took me to Ebbets Field.
No?
No!
Woke up, still in his arms.
Blanche, you and Nixon?
Nixon? No! I can't even picture Nixon naked. I think he must look like one of those little dress-up dolls. Just little mounds of plastic to indicate where everything is.
Twice as dangerous. Her jewelry was mute testimony that Charlie Chaplin wasn't the only tramp who hit it big in this town.
You do this on first dates, don't you, Dorothy?
Does this mean you'll go?
Of course we'll go.
Oh, sure. A freak one-time thing. By the next morning, everything was back to normal. Lord. You mean to tell me that every morning? Charlie said that's why we didn't have headaches and we both had really shiny.
You didn't cover the robbery at all?
Was I wrong again? I mean, I could have covered the holdup, but it would have seemed like I was giving into sensationalism. I'm a reporter, damn it. They sent me to cover a story, and that's what I did.
I don't believe this. Rose, this was the opportunity of a lifetime. You think this is the 7-Eleven? I'm not open all night.
Rose, we feel terrible about what we've done.
What have you done?
We're really very sorry.
Sorry about what?
Sorry isn't good enough. How can I ever trust you again?
Trust who?
Please, Rose, let's not talk about trust after the terrible things you wrote.
Will someone please tell me what the hell you're talking about?
Blanche and I read because it was on your property.
No way, lady. This is your tree. It's your responsibility.
Oh my goodness, our tree fell into your yard.
Clam up, Gladys. This is their tree.
Look, there seems to be some confusion here, but we are neighbors. What do you say we split the cost and have the tree hauled away?
What do you say,
You are not mad?
Are you kidding? Our friendship was built on years of this.
Trudy, you have made this one hell of a reunion.
Speaking of which, there's a party out there. Come on.
Well, Dorothy Zbornak, I cannot believe you put Rose and me through this.
Yeah.
Woman's attention. It won't be because of what is in that bottle. But if it does, I'll sell my mother for an ounce. Girls, look what I found under my bed.
Gee, that's some pretend. We were having lunch at Fairview Gardens. Well, Floyd McCallum walked in with another woman. So I pretended Sven was my boyfriend just to make Floyd jealous.
Did you explain any of this to Sven?
I assumed he knew.
Blanche, how could you assume anything? The man offered to kill dinner for us last night.
There was smallpox, scurvy, typhoid, and that was business class.
What I need to know is, does your mother require any special medical care?
She does. An old war injury. Remember the Maine? She didn't.
I will never forgive that airline as long as I live.
I cannot believe they lost all our luggage. Now I have to go an entire weekend without underwear.
Yeah, and you usually slip into a pair by Sunday afternoon. And a pinch of baking soda.
Ma, that looked like an awfully big pinch.
Who cares?
And teenagers. It's really so discouraging. Parents don't talk to their kids about sex. I mean, this is so important. You think they could get past their embarrassment.
Thank God I was one of those progressive parents.
I was amazed at how you use those technical terms. You told me never to let a boy touch me, you know where. I understand how hurt you must feel. All right, maybe I don't understand exactly.
I'm sorry, Dorothy, but our relationship seems to be one misunderstanding after another.
Misunderstanding?
I'm not leaving the priesthood. I'm leaving the church.
It would be.
What you and Rose Nyland saw was a UFO.
You always did know how to make me laugh.
It was nice to know I haven't lost it, all of it.
Oh, now don't you talk like that. You...